because it's going to be a debt-free 2024. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. This is Sexual Patience and I am Patience. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you creative ways I am saving money in the year 2024. We need to make a plan financially as to what we want our financial status to look like, or financial life to look like in the year 2024. If you have made some mistakes in 2023, it's okay. It's time to get past it and then start making plans for the new year. What are you going to do? So here are creative ways that I am going to be saving money and I'm going to share with you. So if you don't have any plans yet, you can steal some of mine. Oh, it's no trouble. I have no problem sharing my plans with you, and definitely hope that you're inspired by this to create your own plan and to aim for better financial success. But let's get straight to this because the new year is here. But before I do share these creative ways, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell because I consistently post videos and you don't want to miss any of it. So let's get straight into it. Creative ways I am saving money in the year 2024. The first thing I am doing is making a plan through a budget. That budget is going to show me what I want my life to look like. So prior to December of 2023, I already started making my budget for 2024. And I did this using the templates I used for 2023. And I thought about myself, where do I want to be in life in 2024? What do I want to save for? How do I want to live? Where do I think I'm going to do it? And everything doesn't have to be set in stone, but I want to at least make sure that I'm continuing to live below my means. I am even estimating how much I think I'm going to make the next year. Now I set my expectations low and then hope for more and work more. I'm definitely stuck in this portion of my life where I'm also in grad school, so that makes a little bit set in stone for a while. So there's a lot of things I want to accomplish in 2024 and I'm just planning it out. Again, everything doesn't have to be detailed and well known, but start out with a plan. And with that plan, I'm able to estimate how much I want to save, how much I want to spend on everything. My housing, my subscriptions, utilities, food, clothes, personal items, gifts for people. I made a budget, and this is just a plan for me to say, this is what I think I'm gonna make, this is how much I'm going to spend, this is how much I'm going to save, this is how much I'm going to give. And it just gives you a baseline structure, and so you don't go into it feeling nervous and you're more secure about your financial situation. Because even if you want to pay off debt, if you have a ton of debt and you're like, okay, 2024, I want to pay off debt. Be realistic by making a budget. How much money do you have within your budget to actually go towards paying off debts? And if you don't currently have a lot, what can you cut out of your budget to make space to pay off debt in 2024? We may not have space because there are a lot of discretionary spending on miscellaneous items, and maybe it's time to sacrifice those things so that you can have a better future for yourself and for your future family as well, or if you're family now. So make a budget if you haven't already. The next I want to do is be an even more savvy shopper when it comes to my groceries and stay within my budget for my groceries. In my previous apartment, I also had some issues and things that went on. I did overrun my grocery budget by a little bit, a couple $100, which wasn't bad considering my groceries like $200 a month. I want to stick more into it. So I have two options: to raise it a little bit or to cut down on my spending. And I think my issue was the spending rather than having things cut down on, because there was a period where lights went off. I lost a ton of groceries. I just gone grocery shopping. It was not a good situation. Not to mention that I moved and the whole transition period was not the best. I've been able to assess it and I thought about it. Is it spending or is it the fact that I didn't budget enough for it? And I realized that it was definitely the circumstances regarding how I spent, because I also have the list of everything that I bought during the year in terms of stores. So I keep a very good record, and I can tell that with a budget of $200, I'll be able to do my grocery shopping and household items every single year. And if I'm able to not do it by March, April, I would definitely be open to raising it as well to compensate for whatever the difference is. Especially as things get more expensive, because as time goes on, things do get more expensive. So I'm very open to raising that budget as well. I don't waste food, but I want to also make sure that I get to a point where I waste zero food. I don't want to have to toss out anything. Be more conscious about how I eat as well. And I'm already doing a food table, so I'm very open to changing the way I eat for even healthy options. I already eat pretty healthy, but I want to continue to improve in all ways, shape, or form. So becoming a more savvy grocery shopper would not only lower my costs, but ensure that I'm eating even healthier. The next thing is I want to be more savvy on saving for vacations or saving while I'm on vacations. This year I did really well. I had several free flights and I'm about to travel soon and I have a free flight. So I'm very happy with it. And I also had like several discounts and certificates. My MX card is definitely worth it for being able to also get a free check bags and the points that I've earned through it. With that being said, I want to do even better because I want to travel more, and traveling takes time and money. So in order to not compromise on the experience and not to put yourself into danger, especially when you're going somewhere you've never been before or where you're a tourist or outside the country, it's important that you're savvy in the right ways. And I'm really starting to listen and look at different books and podcasts and videos as to how to be a more savvy tourist and to make sure I'm not compromising my safety in doing that. I do plan on having several trips. Currently, I have at least 3 trips planned for 2024, and I'm super excited to utilize these savvy tips to see how they work for me. This year I had a few trips, not many vacations, honestly. A lot of them were like trips to see family and stuff, and I don't really count that as vacation. But I did have a beautiful trip in the beginning of the year, very beginning of the year. I think it was in January, to Lake Tahoe. Great experience. Honestly, I want to have more experiences like that. My next creative way of saving is to buy less clothes, but to buy quality clothes. And the reason why this has been very important to me is that over the years, I've been trying to reduce fast fashion clothes. There's a new website, I'm not gonna mention the name, but I've never shopped on there. I heard some sketchy things about it as well. You probably already heard about it because, you know, money goes a long way there. It's very sketchy. But I want to also not promote overconsumption, over-consumerism in my life. Instead, I want to buy more quality clothes I can keep for years. And this saves you money in 2 ways. One is that you're buying less, so immediately you're spending less for the most part. But then also when you have quality clothes that are good and last you for several years, then you don't have to rebuy the stuff over and over again. And that's what happens to a lot of people who buy a lot of fast fashion. They think you're saving money, but the clothes last very few months, if that, and then they have to go toss in the landfill or the thrift stores full of clothes from fast fashion websites, and that's not helping anybody. I've done my research on it and I took that as a lesson to make sure that I'm not participating in over-consumerism and filling up the landfill with cheap fast fashion clothes. Not to mention the human exploitation and all of that. That's for another video. The next one I want to save money is to be more intentional about my personal care products, personal care services, all of them, and find a middle ground between quality and affordability. Just like the clothes, it's important that when you're doing things on a regular basis, the products that you use are quality in ingredients. And I don't mind paying a little bit more for quality versus just grabbing anything just because it's cheap. No, I prefer to make sure that I'm especially being healthy, because some products may contain chemicals. I've heard people losing their hair, messing up their skin, having so much fragrance in products, and just downright bad ingredients. So I'm being more ingredient conscious, but I'm also trying to find that balance so that I continue to use quality, but they maybe use less quantity, or find things that go maybe a little bit more further than the things I currently use. But there's still a lot of products that I use that I'm really happy with and I will not be changing. A lot of my skincare products are set in stone, hair care as well. But I will say even with skincare, I've reduced the number of products that I buy. So typically I would buy just a lot more. I typically buy a lot of my serums and my toner from The Ordinary because they have really great products. And this year when they had their 22% off November, I bought less products than I bought in the past 2-3 years because I'm reducing the amount of products I put on my skin, and I'm really happy with that. I see great improvements and I want to have a low maintenance skincare routine. The next way I'm saving money is not buying any new books. This year I think I bought maybe a few new books, maybe just like 2 or 3 of them, and I'm not buying any more. I'll definitely be going to the library or even using apps to read. Also because it's become so hard for me to read because I'm in school as well, and I don't really get the time between work, school, YouTube, church, everything. It just can get overwhelming, but I do want to prioritize reading as well in 2024. So I'm going to be reading books that I've already bought that I have not read, but also most importantly, making sure that I don't buy new books to read. The next creative way I'm saving money is speaking up more about things that I can negotiate and ensuring that I'm not being taken advantage of, but I'm not also leaving any money on the table. And I saw this happen when I bought my car. I spoke up for myself. I was about to be scammed, really. I was. And I saved so much money by speaking up for myself. And I'm very proud of that moment, because had it not been just the strength of God to speak up, I would have paid way over for my car than I actually did. That encouraged me that what in other ways in my life am I speaking up that I could actually speak up. So when costs arise that I can negotiate and speak up for myself and advocate for myself, I will be doing that. And that can save you a lot of money, because on my car, it did in fact save me thousands of dollars that I would have otherwise had to pay. So speak up for yourself. It's just one of those things that sometimes we're not raised to speak up for ourselves. We're not raised to like talk back to people, especially being an adult, but a young adult at that. It makes it hard sometimes to interact with older adults. You don't want to be disrespectful. You don't want to come across as impolite. Somebody's trying to scam you out of your money. Speak up. It's not the time to be politically correct. Speak up. The next creative way I'm saving money is reassessing my lease. I just signed a long lease for my apartment and I think I'm over halfway through it. So when my lease becomes due in the later half of 2024, I will be reassessing my cost of living, because this apartment is definitely more expensive than my last apartment. And I'll be reassessing in terms of, are there better options out there? Are they cheaper? What's the opportunity cost to move? Because moving is also expensive. And just the whole headache of buying boxes, packing up everything. I just want to make sure that it's worth it versus moving. So for example, if my lease goes up by $50, I would not see that as $50 a month, by the way. I don't see that as grounds to move, because the moving cost already of hiring people is going to be like $400. So already it's like 8 months time. And then the fact that you're going to be applying for with application fee, administrative fee, the $50 is just not going to be worth it if it is. Now, if it goes up an exorbitant amount, like hundreds of dollars, I would definitely look into moving. Also, just looking at different options as the market goes up and down, as different apartments pop up here and there. They're building a lot in my neighborhood, but to be honest, most apartments being built here are all considered luxury, Texas style, and most of them are starting above $1,400. So it's really hard to look at an option that would drastically decrease my cost of living, but I'm open to it. The next creative way I'm saving money is prioritizing my school, because if I don't get above a certain grade, I don't get it paid off, and school is very expensive. I'm trying to graduate debt free. That's my plan. Not to mention, when you do master's program, at least in my program, you need at least a B in order to get credit for the class and to stay in the program. A C is definitely considered failing, so you don't want to be in that range. I'm trying to prioritize overall, not just my work, but my school. And the balance is hard, because sometimes when I'm in school and actively in school, it can be overwhelming where I'm prioritizing school and everything else above sleep, where I'm getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep per night. It's not great, and it makes it really hard to also consistently bring you videos. In fact, I'm so proud of myself that I was able to stay consistent in making videos when I was in grad school for the first semester, because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do it, but I consistently brought you 2 videos a week. And then I even did a whole like 1 week videos. It was my birthday. I was in school at that time, but I still prioritized. So I'm so proud of it. But most importantly, my school comes first. So I'll be honest, if it becomes really tough, you may not see some videos from me for a while, but I'm trying not to let that happen by staying on top of things and always bringing you at least 2 videos per week. So even though it's not money that I would save in pocket, it's money that I will be saving not to take out of my pocket, because one class is thousands of dollars. It's over $1,500 per credit hour. So it's really imperative that I do not mess up and rather succeed, just so that I would save that money from leaving my pocket. And the last creative way I'm saving money in 2024 is staying debt free. The only opportunity that I would take is if by chance the best deal for a house came up and it was irresistible and interest rate was low, but this is like 1 in a million chances. That's the only way I would get into debt is a mortgage. But I don't know if I would qualify for a house right now. But if the opportunity came, I'm just saying exception. That's the only debt in my life that I see myself getting into in life. Okay, the rest of my life. I am staying debt free. I don't want any student loans. I don't want any car loan. I don't want no credit card. I'm living way below my means so that I can stay debt free. I am willing to make those sacrifices, like I said, being a savvy vacationer, because I don't want to go into debt. I don't want to be one of those people going into debt to go on vacation, because you enjoy the vacation for a few days and you come back to the rest of your life and then now you have a bunch of credit card debt. I'm not going to personal loan debt to inflate my lifestyle. So instead, I am managing my expectations, I am managing my funds and living way below my means so I have money to save, to give, and to maintain my current sustainable lifestyle. It is very important that we prioritize staying debt free once you get there, because it's easy to slip back into debt. There are a lot of people who call, say, the Dave Ramsey show or the Kill and Hammer show. They go in for their financial audits and they talk about how they were debt free, but then this happened, yada yada yada, and they end up back into debt. I am staying debt free because it's going to be a debt free 2024, except if a mortgage comes along, a great mortgage, great one, great. It has to be exceptional. But with that, bringing this video to an end, thank you all so much. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and ring the notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I really prioritize and bring into you every single week, well, a couple of times a week. Thank you all. Let me know in the comment section, how are you saving money in 2024? What are some creative ways? Think outside the box. I'm ready for it, because sometimes I see how people save money. I'm like, you know what? That's good. I need to try that. So I'll definitely be reading all of your comments and responding to them as well. Thank you. Remember to share this video with somebody who you think will be helpful to. I appreciate all of you who share my videos. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.